Good afternoon, everybody. Colin here with Techout. Today I'm going to be going over my network rack. I went over this a little bit in a video I did yesterday on my home network upgrade, but I did do some rearranging like I said I was going to do in that video. So I just wanted to go over the complete layout and dedicate its own video to this. Sorry if the camera is a bit shaky. I am holding it and trying to show you guys things at the same time. So apologize for that. I don't really have room for a tripod over here right now. I am still working on finishing up the rest of the wiring and stuff like that. So here is my network rack. We have two things here from Ubiquiti. I love Ubiquiti products. Actually we have three if you count the access point that sits on top of this. But we have two of their rack mount, the UDM Pro and the USW24 switch. I'll go over what everything does here in a second. Everything else is just going to be your consumer, non-rack mount stuff. We have my Netgear modem. This is a DOCSIS 3.1 modem, so it does give me my full speeds that my cable company offers, which is 940 megabits per second down and 35 megabits per second up. So basically I have gigabit internet. Sure, it's not true gigabit, but that is what they refer to as gigabit over coax. It's not fiber or anything like that. So that plugs in up here to my UDM Pro, which is my gateway, my firewall, all that kind of stuff all in one. It is also the network controller, so all the APs and everything all get controlled through the UDM Pro, and then everything is plugged in right here to the switch. I will be replacing this switch here in the near future with a PoE switch. I don't know if I'll be replacing it or just adding the PoE switch. The PoE switch I'm going to get is a 16 port. This is a 24 port, but as you can see I'm not using all the ports. But I would rather have some extra ports in here just as spares and you know, upgradability and stuff like that. So I probably won't get rid of this. I'll probably just add the PoE port under it and run my APs and cameras if I add any off the PoE switch. The PoE switch is 8 PoE ports and then 8 regular ports. So not all 16 of them provide power. But I only have 4 APs that are on the network. Not all of these are access points. This side right here with the patch cables going down to the patch panel are all wired network jacks in my home. And then these things right here that run down are just things that are in the rack down here, so they're not in the patch panel. So I have 6 of these that run to my office, and then I have one that runs down to a downstairs room and has an AP plugged into it. And then I will be adding one more that runs down to the garage. The cable was already run. I just have to put the keystone in and plug in the patch panel to the switch. I also have a SFP cable coming to connect the switch to the UDM Pro rather than using the RJ45 connection. Now this is not a Pro switch, so these are only 1 gig SFPs, but you can change these on the UDM Pro. This is a 10 gig SFP plus port, but you can change it to 1 gig, so it should work with this switch from what I've read online, because I'm not using optical. It's going to be fiber SFP. It will auto negotiate down to 1 gig. Like I said, from what I've read online, we will see if it works or not, but it should as far as I have seen. This is a nave point, however you want to say that, rack. It is a 10U, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's a 10U. Well, I guess we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9. It might be a 9. But like I said, it houses everything perfectly. I did replace the fans in it. You can't see them because they're up here above the UDM Pro, and yes, it is very dusty. I will be cleaning it up once everything is done. I did replace the fans in this with Noctua fans, and then I just have a little adapter right here that plugs them into the just a wall outlet, because they are computer fans. The 110 volt fans that were in this thing were super loud, and this thing is right in the middle of my house. I don't have like a network closet or anything like that, so I needed something that was a lot quieter, which those are perfect because they are on right now and you guys can still hear me talking. The other ones were rattly and loud and just not good at all. And every once in a while they would kind of like stop spinning and just rattle and you'd have to bang on them. So that was the issue I had with that. I did move this back like I said I was going to, so I slid it back 2 points in here, and then now my cables, when I shut the door, which I will do right now, the cables don't bunch up on the door and get pushed into it. They're actually not touching it at all now, so that is very nice. So that is my network rack with my Ubiquiti equipment and my other stuff down here. Like I said, I will be adding some more stuff in the future, so you guys will get some update videos, but this is kind of part 2 of my network setup. I'll be doing part 3, which will be showing you all my APs when they all get wired up. But due to the winter storm and everything right now, there are some delays in shipping, so hopefully I get those in here soon. My name is Colin with Techout. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and as always, have a great day.